Hello friends, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video in which we're going to do a look using a few of the products that I picked up during my Sephora haul. Now, it is not a full face because obviously if you watched my haul, there are things that I didn't pick up that would have made it a full face. And the funny / crazy thing is, during this haul, I picked up more skincare / hair care than I did makeup. It was more like on the eyeshadow palette spectrum for makeup. But there's a handful of things and we're gonna put them to use today, put them to the test. The fun part about makeup, one of the fun parts about makeup, is trying out new stuff. I love doing it. So if you're interested in watching, I'm gonna be playing with the Natasha Denona Glam face palette, the new Rare Beauty blush trio set. We're gonna use a lipstick by Huda. We're gonna use an eyeliner by Melt. So there's a lot of fun to be had. I hope you'll stick around and watch, spend some time with me. Let's do our makeup together. Let's get started. All right, y'all. So I'm still in pajamas. Don't judge. We're gonna get ready together and then I'll get dressed. So let's go ahead and start. We're gonna play with a few products from my Sephora haul. This was a different haul in that I bought a lot of skincare and some hair care. And as far as the makeup goes, I bought a handful of palettes and not much else. But anyways, we're gonna use one of the Natasha Denona Glam face palettes. We're gonna use one of the cream blushes from this Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush Trio. We're going to use the Melt Ultra Matte, what is this, gel liner in Burnish. I have used this once. I liked it. I had heard a lot of bad feedback on it, but we'll talk about that. And then I'm gonna use one of the Huda Beauty Demi Matte lippies that I picked up on Ultra sale, and I love that formula. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So I already primed my eyes. It's not here with me, but I did use the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. And sorry, I'm trying to get situated, is why I keep on looking over here. And y'all, I have my cup of coffee because I'm home, but I wanna be home. So let's jump into it. A lot of y'all said you enjoy the chit chat get ready with me's. So we're gonna try and make that happen today without this video being like 40 minutes long for literally 4 products. So let's go ahead and start out with this palette. I am super excited. So real quick, I wasn't intending on picking these up. When I first saw the promo pics, I was like, nope, that looks super boring. And then of course, you know what happens. Things come out and you're like, I think I need to rethink that decision. Anyways, so here we are. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I know everybody has said this. I'm going to say the same thing. They're labeled as like suggestion of where you could put it, what it's meant for really. But we're just going to kind of take it as we go. But, you know, I might do what it's telling me to do. And I'm going to go in with the transition shade and a Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush. Let's see how this works. Ooh, got like a crease going on here. Okay. Ooh, wow, that is nice. I will also tell you that that looks a lot more pigmented, or a lot, I don't know if deeper is the word, but I thought it was going to be a lot lighter based on what I saw in the pan, because in the pan it literally looks very, very light, and I feel like it shows up a lot nicer than I expected. As not nicer, but right off the bat, like a lot more pigmented than I expected. So that is kind of nice. I'm happy about that. So I'm going in with like a little bit of a third layer here. And that's just my desired intensity. Kind of do what you want to do, but I like this quite a bit. Ooh, this adds such a warmth to my eyes. I'm already loving it. Okay, so let's move into, I'm going to take a Sonia Kashuk, what is this called? Blending Crease. It's a tinier blending brush. I like it very, very much. And we're going to use the crease shade. And let's see how this works. So I'm going to take this right here on the outer portion of my crease. That's nice. I feel like this is kind of like the, do you remember how I told y'all way back when with the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette that yes, it was a neutral palette, but what made it special to me is it kind of like contoured my eye. And I feel like we are going in that same direction with this palette. Like it's not just neutrals, it's almost like doing something to my eye, like contouring my eye, and it looks extra pretty. I like it very, very much so far. 2 shades in, and I can tell you that I'm super happy with it. So I did pick up the dark one just so that you know I haven't used it yet, but it looks like it's very doable on my skin tone, so I will keep you posted on that, probably in a Sephora haul update. But all right, so again, I'm going in with a 3rd layer of this. Really didn't need a 3rd layer, but I got busy talking, and here we are. So there we go. There is the crease. I've taken it a little further than I was expecting, but I feel like that looks really, really nice. Okay. So now I am going to go in with the smoke shade, and oh, sorry, I didn't mean to blind you. Using the very same brush, I'm just going to place this on the outer portion of the lid. Wow, this is so nice. So I'm going to kind of concentrate it down here and then move my way up. Just like that. Okay, we may very well need to come back and add a little bit more to that, but now we're going to put a standout shade on the eye, which is what I feel like most excited about. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Fenty Pro Filter Eye Primer. This is, I mean, I feel like I don't even need to mention it anymore, but I do in case there is someone new watching. I use this as my tacky base, kind of like in lieu of a glitter glue. So it's not a glitter glue, obviously, but it's so tacky that the intent of this primer is that you let it sit for like a couple minutes just to kind of, you know, set before you place down your shadows. Because if not, you'll have issues if you're going to blend mattes or whatever. But if you put it down and you go right in with like a super standout shade of foiled, a metallic, a sparkly shade, it grabs on to that eyeshadow and makes it pop in a way that another primer has not for me. So I have used this for this method for a very long time at this point, and I love it. Nothing replaces it. So how are we going to do this? I want to use both of the standout shades in this palette. So outer corner, inner corner. Let's see. I'm going to grab my finger and dip into outer corner. Oh my gosh. This is like a highlight for the eyes. Did you just see that? That is, okay. Listen. I just remembered why I love makeup so much. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Listen, if you've been on the fence about this palette, put it on your Christmas list, please. Thank me later and put it on your Christmas list. I'm gonna grab, I feel like if I go in with my finger, I'm gonna have a little bit of trouble, but I guess I still will. I'm gonna try and grab inner corner on my left pinky, which I'm not left-handed, but in order to get into this little area, I think I'm gonna have to, let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, but I do think I need to use a brush because I can't get in there. So let's see. So pretty. Okay, I am gonna use a brush. This is the BH Cosmetics number 7. I'm gonna be repetitive as in all my videos and tell you it's from a set because I always get my brushes in like holiday sets, kits, whatever. Wow. So pretty. Now, I do think the intensity is better with your finger because I feel like with the brush, it just kind of spread it out and it made it a little bit less intense, but I can't reach in there with my finger. So just use this like this. Just can't with this. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with that little blending brush that I told y'all earlier I was going to come back to, and the smoke shade, and just kind of lay down a little bit more that I need to kind of just make it look a little bit more seamless. Wow, so pretty. Okay, let me do the other eye and I will be right back. All right, y'all, the eyes are done. I'm just going to tell you that brands, palettes, whatever, are going to have a very difficult time filling these shoes, because when it comes to high wattage, metallic, wet looking, bright, the list could go on. I've never seen one like this. I don't have one in my collection like this. Wow. We've reached new levels, you guys. We have. Okay, so the Melt Liquid Liner. Here's the scoop on this. I've used it once. It is very liquidy, which of course makes it harder to work with. So I'm going to tell you that let's see if we can get this done on camera, because it took a whole lot of focus not being on camera. So let me tell you, I use two brushes. There is a Real Techniques slanted liner brush. It's called Definer Brush. And then I'm going to also use this tiny little one that I haven't used before. It's by Morphe. I want to say it's from last year's holiday collection, of course. And this is going to be more for like winging out, because this one is hard to wing out. Just in general, this formula is hard to wing out. So just what's already on the cap, I'm going to take some, and I may not talk through this. I may kind of speed through this a little bit so that you're not bored after like 12 minutes of me still trying to get it right. So here we go. Okay, so that was actually easier than I thought. Maybe it's because I knew what to expect already. I don't know. But let me tell you, before I go do my other eye, I will let you know. There are a couple of things to note when using something like this, and that is, use a slanted liner brush, or if you do better with a straight one, fine. But you want to find a very precise, this one was perfect for this actually, and I didn't use it the first time, and wow, I mean, it made life easy today. So very, very, very tiny. I don't even know how to tell you how tiny this is. And literally do the wing with this, but it's going to look thick and chunky, blocky, whatever. You use a thin one like this to kind of just drag out a little bit the product you already have there, and you're good to go. I had seen Tati one time do like a pencil liner, which I can't do a wing with a pencil liner. The little nub is just, it's not precise. She took her fingernail and went, whoop, and ever since then I was like, wow, I think that was life-changing for me. So I try to find little things like that. The fingernail trick works for me sometimes it doesn't. So something like that is perfect. So that was very effortless and painless. I will be back with the other eye and we'll keep on going. Okay, seriously, I don't know how that turned out so easy, but I started to do lashes and then I was like, you know what? Let me save that for the very end, because I want you to be able to see this liner in action, especially since several of you had mentioned interest in it when I posted my haul. So for reference, this is the color. It is a very reddish brown, and I love it because it suits well with my eye color. So I have not had a smearing issue, but I will tell you that I also don't really have oily lids. So that may be a factor. I do not know. But then again, I've also only used it once and it's not summertime. So there is also that. So that being said, let's move on. So for blush, I do want to use one of these Rare Beauty blushes. So these two are new and one is a shade I don't already own. So let's see if we can... okay, so there is Bliss, and then there is Hope, and then Peace. I do know Peace is new, and let's see, Hope and Peace are the two new ones. Peace is a dewy soft apricot, and then Hope is a dewy nude mauve, which both of them are in the dewy family. And then Bliss is It doesn't say if it's a matte or a dewy, but it says it's Selena's favorite. So that one is existing. These, you guys, are so pigmented that literally this will last me a very long time. I've got 2 of the large ones and I can tell you I will never hit an empty bottle with those. So given our look today, I was going to use this peachy one because this is the one that intrigued me the most, but I don't think it'll go. So out of Hope and Bliss, I think I'm going to use Hope only because it is a newer shade or a new shade. And yeah, you may be kind of curious as to how that works. So let's try to, usually I would dot it on my cheek, but I've already set my face, even though I left a little area unset for this. But here's what this looks like. Ooh, it is pretty. Let's try this out. Oh, this might have been a little bit much. Let's see, like, look how pigmented that is. And that was very, very little. So, ooh, okay. Oh, goodness, okay. This is such a beautiful shade though, you guys. And yes, they're pigmented, but they're very workable. I mean, you do have to work because, again, the pigment is real. But ooh, this is so, so pretty. Keep in mind that I had already set my face, even though I left a little area open for the blush. There's probably some area in there that's already powdered, so... It still works really nicely, even over top of powder. And up until recently, I actually preferred to place cream blush over top of powder, but I've kind of changed that. So this is, look, this was literally like almost next to nothing of product. And look, I already did both cheeks. Ooh, it's so pretty. It gives such a beautiful flush and glow to the skin. Just like, not flush, but like, somebody just pinched my cheeks and, oh, it's so natural, but so pretty. Ooh, I can't. Okay, so that is that. So if you're curious about that trio, honestly, y'all, I think it's a really good deal. It's 25 bucks. You get all 3. Let me give you the swatch of the other new one in case you were curious. So, oh my gosh. Again, this is why I purchased this set, quite frankly, was for this shade right here. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's nice. So if you were curious on whether or not to put that on your Christmas list, well, there you go. So let's move into highlight. Going back into the Natasha Denona. Obviously, there's a blush in here, a blush I'm not going to use because we already went in with a different blush. But let's try this bad boy out. You guys know how I feel about a good highlight. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Let me dust my brush off a little bit. It's got a little lint. I don't know how much or little to go in with. I am the queen of going in with too much, but oh my gosh. What? Oh my. Now I did read that the technology, I keep saying technology, the formula for this is different than anything she's done before. Wow. That is beautiful. Hold on though, because I do see a stripe and I feel like I need to take care of that. Oh gosh. There we go. Well, listen, it is very, very, wow, it's beautiful. What I can't tell yet though is if it's like a very powder, is it, I don't know, y'all. I feel like I see it sitting on top of my skin. I can't tell. I feel like it's powderier than I thought. I thought it was going to feel more like a gelée formula, and it doesn't. It does feel powdery, and I feel like it kind of looks powdery, but then again, this is my first time using it. My face is set. Maybe I need to not set my, I just don't know. So, I mean, I feel like several factors. I placed cream blush kind of over powder. That could be a thing. But it's pretty. The finish is pretty. I just don't know yet. Which is shocking to me because that's what I thought I was going to love most about these palettes. And I really did not expect to love the eyeshadow more than the highlighter. But, you know, Listen, this palette is worth it, honestly, just for the shadows that you get, even though I know it's a hefty price tag to pay for 5 shadows, but that's how good they are. I think I could like this highlight. I need to play with it a little bit more. Yeah, because it obviously is very beautiful, reflective, glowy. I just feel like it's looking a little bit powdery on me. So again, first time using, you know, that kind of thing. So lastly, let's move into the Demi Matte Huda lipstick. I already know I love this formula. I have, is it like Boss Lady or Lady Boss in this formula, and I love it. I've had it for, since she launched this lineup. I feel like Sephora's doing, or she's doing away, or Sephora's doing away with these lip products and the matte ones too in store, even online. So I don't know, maybe she's reformulating or something. Maybe she's discontinuing. Who the heck knows? I'm not even gonna put on a lip liner, quite frankly. So this formula, in case, I don't even know, I didn't check to see if these are still in stock, but this formula is a very beautiful formula and it's so comfortable. So it plays like a matte in the sense of pigmentation and longevity, but it's got a creamy, like slash shiny type of finish. It's stunning. I love, love, love this formula, and I'm honestly surprised it took me this long to purchase more of them, but it is what it is. So here we go. This may or may not go with this look. Darn. Hold on, I'm gonna go get Boss. Hold on a sec. Let's try the deepest one, shall we? Yeah, this is gonna go so much better. The other one, I don't know what I was thinking. I honestly didn't think it was going to be as pink. I thought it was going to be a little bit more like nude pink. So we're gonna throw this on. I just realized, hold on a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. I didn't do the lower lash line. Okay, let's go back. All right, let me grab a little Real Techniques smudger brush. I'm gonna go in with the smoke shade, which is that deepest shade in the palette. And I'm just going to place this on my lower lash line real quick. Sorry, y'all. I sometimes, or let's be real. I many times do not do my lower lash line. And so that's why it's not a habit for me. So many times I forget and then I'm like, okay, I'll be back. So there we go. That looks a little bit better. Little more cohesive. And then of course, once we add mascara and lashes, it's gonna be stunning. I'm so happy. Okay. As we were at the lipstick. So let's try Boss. This is a super deep burgundy. It's so fall, winter. I'm so here for sweater weather and everything, you guys. I'm so happy. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so you see what I mean about the pigmentation. The finish has got like a little bit of a shine. It looks a little juicy. This will stay like this for a while, several hours at least. So comfortable. It gives me that vampy look without the parched lips, because these types of shades usually dry out your lips like raisins. No joke. Okay, you guys. So I feel like I'm on day 5 hair, so it's looking a little frizzy at this point. But anyways, let me add lashes, get out of my pajamas, and I'll be right back. And you guys, this is the finished look. This is it, you guys. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect for this to come out this good. I'm over the moon over this palette, if you couldn't tell. It's incredible. And then you guys, the liner is, I don't know. I think it's totally worth it. It was $19 and I did get the discount on it, but I really like the liner. It goes with my eye color so nicely and it's the perfect fall shade. Obviously, I've got like some sort of look going on with the sweater, the lips, and the liner, but for me, it's worth it. Again, it might depend on oily lids. It might depend on the time of year because again, I haven't used it in summertime. It is a little bit more of a liquidy formula, but I am just super happy with how this all turned out. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that something on here was on your list as like maybe should I get it or shouldn't I? And hopefully this helped you decide whether you should put it on your Christmas list or not. But that being said, my friends, we'll go ahead and wrap up today's video with a quick verse of the day. Today's comes from Joshua 24:15, and it says, "Choose you this day whom you will serve, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." I make that claim for my household. I don't know what it is for your household, but I do pray that if you don't already know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, that he would make himself very real to you, especially now in these times where there's so much chaos, confusion. It's hard to live life right now. We're living in a time we've never lived before as far as just circumstances. And so it is my prayer that he would give you a peace. If you're feeling an anxiety, know that I go through anxiety too very, very much. It's something I struggle with, but I do know that I have a hope in Christ that past all of this is a hope that I could never have imagined. And I am so glad to be living life, walking through life with him. So I pray that you come to know him as your Lord and Savior as well. Just know that I love you, but he loves you so very much more. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.